all the time.
Oh, yeah.
TV, somebody flipping through the channels and they find your show unexpectedly. That's priceless. You know, you want to be that very strange thing on television that nobody else expects. And that they,
Yeah.
you know, get kind of a cult following. So, I mean, I would recommend that maybe you guys think about doing something for the future for television, and, you know, we can talk about that as things go on.
Yeah, all right. No doubt, man. That sounds like a great idea. I got a few other questions I want to ask you. So you guys, Frank, how old are you? I picture like you're like in late 30s, well, late 20s.
Yeah, late 20s is more like it. I'm 20, I don't even remember, 29, yeah.
I see.
So very, very late 20s, I might say.
All right.
Yeah.
That's cool. All right, Frank, how did you find DoorStopNation.com? You found it through the prank phone calls. The prank phone call is obvious, but what's your favorite prank phone call?
Oh, well, I can't answer both of those. My favorite prank phone call is Scott Hall calling the house about buying a house. Because, I mean, you guys always do a good job, but I feel like, you know, part of the comedy comes from the other person, right?
Oh, yes, yes.
You know, if they're a good character. And remember when you're calling about the house and you have that guy with a southern accent, or maybe it's maybe not southern, but with the regional accent, and you're talking about, you say, you know, you've got the women, or Scott Hall says, I'm sorry, not you, says, I got the women, and I got the gold, Chico. And the guy says, I don't need the women anymore, I just need the gold.
Yeah.
I got divorced, I've had it with the women for a while, I just want some gold. That's what I'm talking about, right? That's right. But you're looking to buy the house. And Scott Hall says to him, you know, that he's a swagger Cupid, and the guy repeats it back. I swear he doesn't understand Cupid, he thinks he's Cupid or something like that. The swagger and Cupid? And then you talk to him about being on TNA Impact, and he writes it down. I wonder if you ever watched it. That's the one where Scott Hall called about buying a house.
Actually, that is my favorite one. I put some comments on the page saying how this is my favorite one. I also went my I don't know. I really enjoyed that one. That's my favorite one. But my second favorite one, if there's such a thing as a second favorite one, is the WAN Computers one with the Asian lady. Remember that one?
Yeah, I did like that one. There were probably a few other ones that I ranked higher, but I did. What do you like about that one? What worked out the way you wanted to about that one?
Oh, that lady. Her voice was so funny. And probably my favorite part is I go, if I bring in Jen Batali, would I get a discount? She goes, yeah. Like, oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what's pretty clever, though? When you guys, like, or when Scott Hall goes through his routine and he says, you know, Big Cat, right? You know, you Jeff Jarrett. And then you will say, you know, Hogan. But I don't do this intentionally or not, Bill, but you almost never say Hulk Hogan. Because then the person would probably identify it, because people know the name. You guys watch wrestling. But when you just call him Hogan, and, you know, the person probably isn't watching wrestling. They just have no idea what's going on, so they can't identify who Scott Hall is.
Yeah.
And also, I noticed that you are sometimes reluctant to go out and explicitly say that, like, that you're a wrestler or a wrestling superstar. Is that on purpose?
I know. I never mentioned. Sometimes in some prank phone calls, I mention that Scott Hall's a wrestler, but sometimes I don't, because I think like some people would actually know who Scott Hall is, because at the time WCW was the shit, you know, and like one, and Paul, shut up. And it was one prank phone call where I actually referenced Scott Hall, his wrestling career. You'll see that on the CD I'll give you. You'll get in a few days. It's the one where I call Wells Fargo, and it's like a 15-minute prank phone call, and the guy's like, he knows who Scott Hall is. He's like, oh shit, I'm talking to Scott Hall. It's really.
Is that one on YouTube? Because I thought I'd listened to all of them, and I don't remember anywhere the person. I mean, I'm certainly not doubting you, but I don't remember anywhere the person. I don't think I've ever heard one where the person recognizes Scott Hall. They always don't know what he's talking about.
No, that one's not on YouTube. Actually, I don't want to. I want some of them to be exclusive, like on the CDs. Like, if you, I don't know if you remember this, but remember Coliseum Video, WWF Coliseum Videos, where they had like exclusive content you're not gonna find anywhere else. You know? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I watched one of those recently. It was Bret Hart versus Ric Flair, probably right around when you were getting into wrestling. Bret Hart versus Ric Flair, probably 1992, right?
Yeah, I have that tape. Yep.
Can I go off on the tangent for a second?
Sure.
Is that all right?
Sure. Go ahead.
So I was watching this on YouTube. That was an exclusive match from one of their videotapes. Bret Hart versus Ric Flair, 1992. I'm not sure if Hart's Intercontinental Champion yet, or I'm not sure on the timeline, but it's right before Flair wins the Royal Rumble, so it's the very beginning of 1992, right? And it's being commentated by Sean Mooney and Lord Alfred. All exclusive, right?
Yep.
Hang on,
Yeah, I can hear it perfect.
Okay, and Sean Mooney is just phoning it in. I mean, he must be updating his resume at the same time as he's commentating this match. Because the finish of the match is, all right, Hart and Flair brawl outside the ring. They both try to get back in. Mr. Perfect pulls Hart back out. Flair gets the count out victory, right? Fair enough. And it's clear to the viewer that Perfect pulled Hart off the apron, hence costing him the match. But Mooney says that Hart must have tripped on the apron, and Hayes doesn't even bother to correct him. I mean, he wasn't watching the match. It's ridiculous. Girl Monsoon would never have let that happen. You know what I mean? I know exactly what you're talking about with the College Inn exclusive.
Yeah.
I just wanted to pass along that match and let's say, distracted commentary that he was doing.
Best commentator ever. I was just telling my friend how Sean Mooney should be in the Hall of Fame, you know, along with Jim Ross. I actually did a Sean Mooney prank phone call a while back. It was decent, but you know how Sean Mooney never really put any emotion into his commentary. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, because I really think it seems to me like he always wanted another job. Like he wanted to be.
Yes.
Actually, I am not making this up. I don't know if it's on Wikipedia. You can look it up, but he became a news anchor in my area. You probably didn't have it, but on Channel 5 in the Boston area.
Was it WWOR?
News anchor after WWF.
Was it?
So I think that's the kind of he wanted, and he was looking at wrestling as kind of a springboard to doing that. But
yeah.
So I think that might be part of why he didn't put any emotion into it, because he felt like he got stuck being a wrestling commentator, and he really wanted to be a newscaster.
Was the channel, by the way, WOR or WWOR in your Boston area?
That's the New York channel, I think, that you're
really?
talking. WOR is New York.
Really? Because I remember getting a bunch of channels in my satellite dish from Boston area, so I don't know. But Sean Mooney should be Hall of Famer. Oh, by the way, Frank, a few other questions about your show. Where do you guys film your show at?
Well, we filmed it in Weymouth, at Cable Access Studio, and the person that runs the studio, Kim Matthews, is very, very helpful, to give her a little shout-out. Weymouth is about 17 or 20 miles south of Boston, because I'm sure you all don't know about Weymouth except through my show. That's not too well known. Yeah. So it's a suburb, I guess you'd call it that, or a rural area south of Boston, and we film it at their studio. For, of course, the movie, which was filmed outside on the documentary movie, was filmed on location outside.
You got your documentary on DVD yet?
Yeah, I know you got a copy of it on DVD, and it was actually on YouTube, but here we're going to rant a little bit, but I don't know if you've heard about this, but there was a day this year in February when 100,000 videos got pulled all at once from YouTube. 100,000, that's 6 digits.
Oh, wow.
Got pulled all at once from YouTube by Viacom because of some dispute they were having with YouTube.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that, yeah.
Copyright infringement. And I think it was about clips from The Daily Show and Colbert Report and stuff like that. But basically, I think they just did a keyword search and they removed tons of videos, including countless innocent bystanders. Like, I read in an article about somebody that had a film of him and his friends eating wings, 30-second film of him and his friends eating wings that was taken off for copyright infringement.
Wow.
And Weymouth After Dark, the movie, was also taken off in that sweep for copyright infringement. But, I mean, obviously they didn't even watch it. It's just because in my keywords you had things like comedy talk show, and probably when they were doing this huge sweep for daily shows and stuff like that, they took off a bunch of innocent stuff. So the movie used to be on YouTube, but it got taken off. Anyway, I can send you guys a DVD of it.
That'd be great, yeah. That'd be great. That's really stupid. Yeah, hopefully they don't go after Scott Hall and/or CM Punk and/or Lex Luger and/or Bret Hart. But you never know, WWE legal might.
For the record, I think, and I'm not an attorney or anything like that, but although it'd be pretty funny if you did a Weymouth After Dark thing where Joe was an attorney or something like that. But anyway, actually that'd be really funny if you did a courtroom type thing, because put that aside. But I'm not an attorney or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure that what you guys do is fair use of those copyrights. I mean, you're not profiting from it that I know of, right? You're just doing it for artistic reasons and for enjoyment. So I don't think that you guys are infringing the copyright of that. And if they had a sense of humor about it, they shouldn't go after it. But you never know, because I know wrestling stuff does get taken down a lot.
Oh yeah, I've noticed that a lot. Hey, speaking of that, you ever tried Daily Motion?
No, never heard of that.
Go to dailymotion.com. It's really better than YouTube. And by the way, people listening to this, go to Daily Motion sucks. Yeah. But But anyways, go to their, and by the way, they got a lot of good stuff when it comes to wrestling. But hey, I didn't tell you that. All right.
Oh yeah, no, I won't. I didn't hear from you. This will be the Watergate lost seconds from this tape. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody knows what you just said there.
So, Frank.
You asked something earlier that I want to get back to right quick though. You mentioned how did I first find